A bark, bark, bark.
Bark, 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 bark.
Yeah, it's a way to start a live with a happy bark, bark. And we'll see if this one's going to work. Yeah. I did something goofy on the other one. Yep, I did. Yeah.
How much fun? How much fun?
Well, I don't know if anybody's joining us, buddy. Oh, there's Jocelyn. Hi-ho, Jocelyn. Hi-ho. Yeah, it worked this time, buddy. It worked. Yes, you're awesome. And everyone watching you's awesome. So Max is feeling chatty on the patio. Yeah. Is that right? Hi, Sherry. Hi, Leonie. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Kay. We had a bok just as we started. Max, can I get a bok? Well, how about a rah, rah, rah? You say you're awesome? Okay, a bok will do then. Good job. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Yeah, he's just sitting on my knee. We're just out on the patio. I gave the patio a good cleaning. I scrubbed down all the cushions and all the chairs. Washed the doors and the lower windows. Yeah, we did a good job, didn't we, Max? Things look shiny. Yeah, oopsies. I'm sorry. Scritchies. Thanks, Rachel. Yes, happy Mother's Day, everybody. Hi, Nick. Yeah, we just decided to do a pop-up today. We do that on occasion. You never know when we're going to go live, right? Good job, Max. Yeah, Max is dressed formally today in a nice black aviator harness. Yeah, you're feeling chatty. Yes, Max. You see people walking. Yeah. Oh, Rachel says the kids at my work love his videos. So glad to hear that. Can I give a shout out to the kids at your work, Rachel? There you go, bok for them. I did a deep cleaning of cages today. And just taking a little bit of a break before we make dinner, right, Max? Yeah, if you're joining us, give us a thumbs up. Let us know who you are in the comments. Say hello. We love to see every birdie, right, Max? Yeah. Well, that's right, Nick. Don't be afraid to hit that like button. Oh, big scritchies. Are you having a good day, Max? Yeah. Hi, Isaac. Hi, Nilan. Oh, I just thought we'd do a pop-up today. Oh, boy. Look at all those new feathers coming in, buddy. Yeah, you're looking pretty formal, aren't you? You're awesome. That's right, Max. You are awesome. Nick is asking what time is it here. It is 17:22, so 5:22. Hi. Oh, big scritchies, huh? Okay, we can scritch. Yeah, so gorgeous out here today. We've had a fairly cloudy day, but the sun's just poked its way out. It's warmed up. Quite nice out here right now. Right, Max? Yeah. Oh boy, honey. I know. Hey. I know, Max. Yeah. You were talkative earlier. You gonna get chatty again? Yes. Yes, we are in Canada, Isaac. It's supposed to rain here. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Leonie says 9:23 a.m. Monday here. Whereabouts are you, Leonie? Obviously the other end of the world. Yeah, it's still Mother's Day here. That's awesome, Max. Did anybody catch our Mother's Day special video? Now, I know it's not Mother's Day everywhere, but Canada, the U.S., and some countries do celebrate Mother's Day on May 11th. Yeah, that's right, Max. You're handsome, buddy. Yeah. What do we have there? Hi from Amira? I'm not sure where that is, Neelan. All right. Did Max have any adventures today? Sherry, not really. It was a cleaning the patio and cleaning the cages day, which it's a necessary evil. But come on up, Max. Up and up. What? Okay, buck back. But yes, I mean, our patio's nice and clean. Everything here is nice and clean. Well, I've still got to sweep the ground. It was wet, right, Max? A rah, rah, rah. Leonie says there's a lot of wild cockatoos where she is. And Jocelyn's from Buffalo, New York. Yeah. It was a bit of a late night for the flock. My fault. I've been doing a bit of cooking and I set things to soak and I hadn't put out final snack for the flock and I went upstairs for a bit. Totally lost track of time. Okay, to be honest, yes, I did take a nap. And then I realized it was getting kind of late and I went downstairs to turn out the lights. And Mango decided it was snack time and yeah. Usually end of the day, so there's fresh water for the morning. I change out the water just before bedtime. Everyone likes a bedtime drink, right, Max? Max? So I do that, and I put out fresh crunchies, because crunchies don't go bad, and usually there's a treat handed out, and everybody has a quick snack before bed. Even though it was late, Mango said it was snack time, so Max partook as well. He quite likes this little evening ritual. We play music by Anya, or similar. We just ask Alexa to find something. We put it on sleep timer and leave the birds having a happy munch. With the hallway light on, right? Yeah. And everyone climbs into bed on their own. And then when it's quiet downstairs, usually turn off the hallway light, yeah. Are you happy, Max? Are you happy and you know it? Buck, buck. Can I get another buck, buck? You've been so cheerful about barking today. Oh, is there a dog? Well, I don't see him. Where is the dog? Show me. Show me the dog. There's always a dog, right, Max? Hi, Kim. Yeah, Max loves to bark for dogs. Yeah, oh. Shade's beginning to cast in here, isn't it? Well, good job, Max. Scritchy, scritchy. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Becky. Becky says you're cute, Max. Yeah, isn't that awesome? Yeah, so good to see so many people joining us on a pop-up stream. If you're not following us already, please give us a follow, give us a like, leave us a comment. You know, everything you do helps us grow the channel, and we've got lots and lots of fun stuff. Always up to something. Yeah, the sky's so pretty. It's pretty right now, yeah. Really hoping that it stays nice. Blue skies. We're getting into the season where things are still fairly dry. We're actually at really high risk right now for wildfire. Yeah, I know it's trouble, Max, for most of southern Alberta, southern central northern Alberta. Yeah. So last year we had a lot of days with really, really poor air quality. And when the air quality is poor, Max stays inside. He does not like it, but it's not good to be outside, right, Max? A few years ago. Awesome. We had, we've had quite a few major wildfires around, and the smoke blows in. You know, it blows in from BC, it blows in from northern Alberta, it travels an amazing distance. But, it's definitely been getting worse the last number of years, right, Max? Yeah. A couple years ago, I slipped the window open, woke up, and I looked outside, and it was just the outside, it was just bizarre. I mean, the air was yellowish brown. You know, you sort of looked outside and the world had turned sepia toned. And, oh my goodness, that air quality was bad. It was just, you could just chew the air. You've never seen somebody get the house closed up faster in your life. That one rolled in pretty quickly. But yeah, so yeah, when we've got really bad air quality, I close all of the windows. I mean, I tend to leave windows open when I'm home. That nice upstairs window, nice bit of cross breeze there. But I close that up, and then I do things like turn off the furnace fans so we don't have air exchange coming in from outside. And I keep a close eye on the air quality index. If it's a 10, we don't want any air coming in from outside. I've got a couple of good quality rabbit air filters, and I just crank those up, and they usually do a good job of keeping things breathable. The Meg JRC says tornadoes in the forecast for them. Well, Fizzy, Max would like an apple and he'd like it soon. Yes, we're Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Guinea pig. Max is unusually large for a Moluccan cockatoo. Max is about 1.5 kilograms. Moluccan cockatoos, depending on what you look at, are supposed to be between 800 grams and 1.2 kilograms. Some sites say that they're supposed to be 800 grams. Max missed that memo. And he's definitely a big boy, but he's not fat. He's very, very tall. I mean, if you look at him in context, even with my arm, you can see how big of a boy he is. Compare him to Mango. Mango is a big boy coming in at 1.2 kilograms. But when I pick up Mango, I almost launch him into the air because he's so light compared to Max. And then there's our friend Corky. Corky comes in at 800 grams, and he is just tiny. Just absolutely tiny. But, yeah, that's like people, though. They can be tall. It's almost like saying, well, how heavy is a person? If I told you a person weighed 120 pounds, well, there's people who are under that, and there are people who are probably a lot over. If I say that a person's 5'6", well, what about the person who's 6'4", or the person who's 5'2"? So there's always a range. Yeah. So we've got a super sticker. Thank you, Sherry. Sherry sent a $4.99 super sticker, Max. Isn't that awesome? Oh, Sherry's been spoiling us recently. She's the one who sent you that lovely Easter basket. What you looking at? It's over there. Is something behind us? Oh, there's people out for a walk. Awesome. Can you say hello, Max? Yeah? He didn't even notice you, Max. We noticed you. Yeah. And you can see that the sun is definitely creeping over. Right now, it's just at the edge of the sidewalk. The buildings provide a bit of shade, but it's kind of nice, too. Oh, yeah, Max is very healthy. He's very happy. He eats well. He eats healthy. He eats healthier than I do. Lots of fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. Lots of good stuff. And why is he so heavy, though? Is he overweight? Nope. He's unusually tall. I mean, Mango stands about here. And if I look at Corky, Corky stands about here. And if I look at Tico, Tico stands about here. I mean, there's really different sizes of birds. Oops, I'm sorry. But Max even makes macaws look small. Right, Betty? Awesome! Awesome, awesome. Somebody just walked past with a bicycle? Yeah, I saw that too, Max. Yeah. So Max absolutely loves the fact that we're just on. If you look over here, you'll see that there's a break in the fence, and there is a pathway there. That is a regional parkway, a pathway, and there's always people walking on it, bicycling on it, etc. So Max absolutely loves that. And what I really like about this particular complex that I'm in is we've got our own little private use area here. We've got a sidewalk, a bit of green, a fence, and then the road. If you look across the street, and I think you can look past Max, they've got their front doors, they've got steps, no patio, and the road. And, they can't use that. They do have the balcony, but you just don't get as much interaction with what's going on out there. And the balcony, they don't seem to use it that much on the front road. At least here, being set back further from the main road gives the feel that we've got a little bit of privacy, right, Max? Oh, Leonie's asking, what about Thumper? Ooh. I think Thumper is probably 1.1, 1.2 kilograms. I don't know him that well. I've only seen him twice. Thumper we ran into at a senior's visit with the Parrot Club, and then we also ran into him at toy making night at Parrot Club, right, Max? That was pretty awesome. Yeah, do you remember that, Max? You had the zoomy birds overhead that startled you? Yeah, and I had a couple of videos there that I hadn't shown, and I'm just going to get a little bit loud for a minute because I've got a car with a very loud music, and I've got to wait for him to get past so I don't get a copyright strike, so I need to interrupt the music. There, that's better. Oh, I actually could have hit mute. Wow. Hey, Raisin Cane! Hello! That's right, Max. No, we're just sitting out on the patio. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers who are joining us. I know. Awesome, Max. Is that awesome? We're just sitting on the patio. It's a little bit shady in here right now, which is nice. It's not too hot. Max is pretty happy. Hi, Roseanne. Yeah. Now we're talking about average sizes for cockatoos. Max is big, though. Physically big. When you look at when I get him harnesses or even hoodies, the size of harness and hoodie that I get him is the extra large. If I get him a hoodie, he takes a size 15. He's supposed to take a size 12 or 13. So that's the same. A macaw takes a size 12 or 13. A regular macaw, blue and gold macaw would take a size 13, 14. It's the big hyacinth macaws, the big boys that take a size 15. And guess what? Max is that size. Thanks, Sharon. Sharon's taking care of a few people in the comments right now. Really appreciate that. He is a very tall guy. We'll have apples later, right, Max? We're going to have dinner in a bit. What are we going to make you for dinner, honey? Got some nice brown rice. We could put some veg with brown rice for you. Would that be fun? Yeah? Yeah. You like your carbs, don't you, buddy? Yeah. I started the morning by giving a quick wash of the patio and all of the chairs and everything. I haven't planted any of my pots yet, but my neighbor's planted his pots. We've got a tradition in Calgary. And I'm going to tell you that awesome, Max? Bicycles. I'm going to tell you about our planting tradition. We get a little bit... It's a large bumblebee, Max. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. It'll leave you alone, okay? We don't snap at bumblebees, ever. No, we just leave them alone. And Mom will freak out quietly about the fact that there was a bee. Yeah, but we've got a tradition in Calgary. You're awesome. About planting. In May, we get variable weather. We get some stretches of really nice days. Actually, earlier this month, we had one day that was 27 degrees. almost hit a new heat record that had been set in 1914 of 27.6. So really, really warm day, right, Max? So we've had some warm days, but we have a tradition here. On the May long weekend, Victoria Day weekend, everyone goes out to the garden centers and buys plants. They spend the May long weekend putting the plants in the ground. They buy trees and annuals and perennials and all of the good stuff, and they plant it all. And they think they're safe on the May long weekend. Immediately after the long weekend, we get hit by a major snowstorm, just like clockwork. I mean, we get a dump of 3 feet of snow and freezing temperatures and everything else, right, Max? And kills off all these plants, and everyone runs out to the garden center the next day. Great way for garden centers to make some money, but that's our tradition here. Now, if you're planting in a planter, you can carry the planters in or up and cover them or something, but on the ground, not quite as easy. But my neighbors planted a whole bunch of really, really pretty looking petunias. I usually put petunias out because they work oh so well, right, Max? Oh so well. Kim says, Happy Mother's Day. Did Max tell you? Well, he helped me make a Mother's Day card, right, buddy? And I shared that to everybody as a video card. So if you forgot to send your mom a card or flowers or something for Mother's Day, not too late. Go check on Max's page. He's got a Mother's Day video that you can up. I saw you lift your tail. Up. Okay, well, if you gotta poop, you go poop there. Go poops. You can go poop there. No, you don't have to go. Okay. Oh. I see someone walking. You see someone walking? Buck. Yes. Buck. Hello. You made a new friend, Max. Yeah, is it awesome? Okay. All right, Max. Buck. Okay. Here. Now, I had somebody say, this lady talks like Eric Kahn. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, and I'm hoping it's a compliment. I really hope that's a compliment, because, we're really about spreading a bit of joy. We're about a bit of happiness and, bringing a bit of joy into everybody's life. So, yeah. So I'm hoping that one's a positive. And that's one thing when you get onto social media. You have so many people who are nice, and then you have the occasional spammer. You have people who spread hate and everything else. Yeah. But that's why we've got a moderator here, right? Is that good, Max? Yeah. I think the good outweighs the bad, right, Max? Oh, does that feel good? Yeah, that feels good. Yeah. Yeah, I see we've got one person that our moderator's been hitting with her moderator's wrench. Good for you. Yeah, we want to be polite. We want to be fair. We want to be positive. There's a lot of other places that we can find hatred today on the internet. So let's just be a little pocket, right? Pocket of joy. You happy, Max? Yeah, you are happy. Oh, I know, Max. Look at that. Max. My goodness. And I want everybody here to just send a little bit of love out to Sharon, Raising Cane. She's had a really tough weekend. She lost one of her flock members, Bozo, little pineapple conure. Really sudden, really unexpected. So let's send her out a little bit of love, support, and understanding. And the easy way to do that, just click on the heart icon. Let's send up some hearts for her. Let's put some hearts in the chat and just tell her that we're thinking about her. I know, Max. You're looking pretty calm. Don't Gank asks, does Max like music? Absolutely. Max likes most music. He really, really does. And just like kids, you know how the kids listen to stuff the parents don't listen to? These kids are like that. I had him out at a Halloween party. It was a Halloween laser light show a couple of years ago, and it was set to music. And there was one song, it was techno, and he was really getting into it. So I had to figure out what it was. It was Dead Mouse. And then so I thought I'll play it for Max at home and see what he reacts. And Tico decided it was great. Tico decided that he really, really liked Dead Mouse. And I'm sitting here going, well, I guess the kids are supposed to like music that the parents don't listen to, right, Max? Yeah. Do you need to go poop? Go poops. Go poop there. Been streaming for a while. You haven't gotten poop yet. I know, honey. Well, I don't see any. A back. I'm going to stand up for a minute. Oh. Stiff. Come over here. Yeah, I know. I've got to clean the inside of your window next, buddy. I don't know how you do it, but you throw food on the inside of your window. You see a dog? You see a dog. But yeah, Max likes most music. And frequently what I do for music is I just say, Alexa, play music. And I let Alexa make a choice. And I've taught Alexa that I listen to eclectic music. How about we go over here, Max? Can you go poop here? Poops. Super poop. Can you go poop? Go poop. Poop poops. No poops? Are you saving it up? Okay. That's fine. But yeah, he really does like music, and he likes listening to a lot of different music. So we've been tracking the sun, and the sun has now moved almost across the sidewalk there. It's amazing how quickly it moves. Oh, I know, Max. That's half an hour. How about I flip that knee up for you? There you go. There's a nice knee to watch. Effable, happy Mother's Day. Max talks when he wants to. Right now he's busy doing his dog impression because he saw a dog. So he's multilingual. But yeah, he talks when he wants to. Usually he'll talk when there's other people to talk to. He's not too thrilled about talking to me because I'm around all the time. Other people really react to him when he talks. I know. I think he has a lot of words, Fitzy. He always comes up with new words. And what I really, really appreciate about language is the use of it. And somebody's using language when they don't know a word and they make something up that is meant to communicate. And I'll give you an example. One day I was outside and Max was... Big laugh. Awesome. So exciting, Max. But Max was getting a little bit agitated with me, and he did not know how to tell me something. So he finally looked at me and started saying sun lobster. Well, what is a sun lobster? Do you have a clue what a sun lobster was? I had no idea, but he was really insistent about sun lobsters. So I got home, and I looked in the mirror. Yes, that's awesome, Max. And I immediately understood what Max had been saying. I was the sun lobster. The sun had turned me into the color of a lobster. I mean, why would we call it a sunburn? It's clearly a sun lobster. So it's so much like a little toddler using language, where they don't quite know the right words, so they pick something and they do their best to express themselves. And did it work? Well, I didn't quite understand him, so was the communication successful? Not entirely, but I understood him perfectly once I looked in the mirror and I had the reference. So, you want a nap? Well, we can have one with dinner. Yeah? It really is so much fun watching Max talk, and we've got quite a few videos of him chatting away and being talkative. But just like a toddler, he's going to talk when he wants to. Not when I want him to, but when he wants to. And usually when somebody walks past is when he gets chatty. Guinea Pig asks, does he ever throw tantrums? Guinea Pig, what I need you to do after the stream, not now, but after the stream, I want you to go to, just click on Max's page on YouTube and look at, it's going to serve you some videos, including our most popular videos. Our most popular video, at I think it's 3.6 million views, is Max throwing a tantrum over an apple. Oh yes, Max can throw a wobbler with the best of them. I want it, and I want it soon. He sure did. But it's okay, honey. It's okay. That was a motorcycle backfiring. So that's one of the reasons why birds wear harnesses. Because you never know when something scary is going to happen. And I mean, that backfiring, it startled Max. He got a little bit nervous. I had a Kleenex in my hand, so I didn't have a full hand, but I just sort of held onto his harness so he knew I was there. And yeah, he was okay with that. He knew that I was there. He knew that he was safe. But you saw how he sort of jumped there, right? Something scary just happened. But something scary happens. What tends to happen with birds is they've got these lovely things called wings. And they lift them up and they open them up and they wave them in the air and the universe shifts. And they say, what the heck just happened? And they wave them a little bit harder and the universe keeps shifting. And before you know it, they're on top of a roof or a tree and they are scared because they don't know how to fly down. You know, this flight thing's kind of new and it's kind of scary. Max usually will hold on to me when he flaps, but there are so many birds who are lost each year to unscheduled flights. You know, quite often somebody opens a door and the birds are not secured. You know, I know a lot of bird owners who've put up a drape at the front door, sort of a bead curtain or, you know, some strips of organza or something so that humans can go through, but birds are less likely to make it through. You know, people put up signs on the door saying the birds are out, you know, and just warning anybody else in the household. It's actually one of the reasons why some people clip their birds too, is they figure that they're going to have less flight if something happens. But what happens when that bird is scared? They have amazing powers of flight, whether or not they have clipped wings or not, right, Max? Yeah? The pair of lovebirds teach me this lesson. They had amazing powers of flight. But yeah, Max is not clipped, but he always wears a harness when we go outside just for safety. So Fitzy keeps saying my name isn't Ben. Fitzy, why don't you tell us what your name actually is? Because there's 1,000 options out there, and I'm not going to guess. Okay, Fred? Yeah, Alex, Max is very happy today. Hello, Sod. Oh my goodness, we've got a super from Biggest Complainer, 199 super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Treats for Max. Well, Max, I think that'll get you a couple of apples. Yeah, maybe some grapes. Thank you. Yeah, I know we're a little bit behind on the comments, and we're just scrolling through them slowly, and I'm distracting myself as we go. But thank you. Rachel says, when Max barks, my dogs get confused. It's entertaining. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, Max likes to confuse dogs. And he has different barks and different yips for different dogs. Small little yips for small dogs and deeper barks and woofs for the big dogs. Fitzy's talking about their birds. The birds went with the moved out sister. Okay. Does Max dance? Yes, he does, Kim. But when he wants to. Right now, he's pretty chill. He's just sitting. He's watching the bees fly past. We've got some really big bumblebees this year that have been zooming past. I much prefer seeing them than the wasps. Does anybody remember me sitting on a wasp a couple of years ago? I shrieked much louder than Max. Max was quite proud of me. Did not know that I could shriek like that. Oh my goodness. Oh, Fitzy's joining us from British Columbia. Thanks, Bookshare. Bookshare says, Happy Mother's Day. Love you, Max and family. You're so cute, Max. Wolf Girl thinks you're cute. That's awesome. Awesome. Julian, Max was 10 years old when I met him, and he was living in a basement. His life was a cage. He knew how to bite. He knew how to scream. He knew how to terrorize his owners. And then he came to live with me. He tried all of his usual tricks. There's a video on our page that talks about his back history. But he's been with me for 20 years, and he is absolutely living his best life. If you would have told me 20 years ago that I'd be sitting out on a patio with him wearing a harness and him just chilling out, watching the world go by, I would have laughed hysterically at you. If you would have said, well, you'll be taking him to the Comic Expo parade, and you'll be wearing a costume for the parade, and he'll wear hoodies in the winter, and I would have said, this bird? But you know what? It just goes to show that a bit of love and a bit of care goes a very long way. And you know, Max is living his best life. He's been with me for 20 years, so he's now 30 years old, and yeah, so. You know, is he a pet? He's more my kid. I know that sounds bizarre, but the birds are more like kids. They really are. The way that they interact with you, the way that they act, the way that they do things. I mean, they are so much more than just a pet. I mean, Max is a little person. He understands his wants and needs. We have conversations. He'll tell me what he likes. He's got likes and dislikes. And it's not just that he likes apples. Some days he doesn't like apples. It's not in the mood for them. You know, it's like me. Do I always like a chocolate bar? Nah, some days I'm not really in the mood for one. But yeah, I do like chocolate bars. They're always tasty, but not every day. But I have different likes and different tastes every day. So it's kind of fun. It really is. Raisin Cane loves that video. I assume we're either talking there, Raisin Cane. I'm catching up on comments a bit late here. So we're either talking about the video where Max throws the tantrum about the apple or the Mother's Day video. Emily, you should send your mom a copy, or show your mom the video, the Mother's Day video from Max. It's pretty awesome. At least I think it is. Yeah, you're such a good daughter, Emily. I'm sure your mom appreciated it. Jocelyn says Kiki's still missing. Absolutely. No, safety first. Our rule with our flock is when they go outside, they're either wearing a harness, and this one's a full body harness. It's looped around to my wrist, so I'm connected to Max at all times, so I cannot get lost, and he knows where I'm at. But it's either a harness or a carrier. If he does not want to wear a harness, he's going to be inside of a carrier because he needs to be safe. Safety first. Yeah, I know, biggest complainer. I did take forever to read your donation. I'm sorry about that. I'm still going down the comments and catching up. I just got to that comment just now. Okay, scroll. Hello, Axel Hugs. Mountain Man thinks that you look like a skinny version of Richard Simmons, Max. That's a first. Unleash. So I'm just going to show you the front here. This is his harness. He's wearing an aviator harness, and it just goes over his head and around behind, and it buckles in behind, and there's the buckle and the leash coming off of it, and it's got a nice long leash. This leash is kind of cool because sorry, Max, I'm going to pull this around. I'm sorry. So on the aviator harnesses, I love this about aviator. So if you see there, yeah, I know my hand's powdery. I've been petting Max. But you'll see how the thicker leash is attached to a thinner cord. I'll show you something with this cord. Watch. Spring, 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 spring. Oops. Trying not to push a button here, but it's springy. It's actually a shock cord, so it's an elastic cord. So if something happens, if the bird goes for a fly, he does not have a sudden stop. He's got a little bit of elastic. I'm just human, and sometimes I'm walking along and I'll get the leash caught on something like that riser on the fence here. It happens. I've gotten him caught on things before. I'm walking along, get that caught, and all of a sudden, I feel the elastic of the leash myself. And it just means he doesn't get hurt. It means that there's a little bit of elasticity, and it's not a sudden stop. Oh, Sharon says, we were told that Blue couldn't fly. He was outside and ended up flying over the neighbor's house. Yeah, all birds can fly. Oh my goodness, we've got another super sticker. Super sticker from Nick. 5 pounds from Nick. Thank you, Nick. Oh my goodness. Do you have a buck for Nick, Max? Can I get a buck? Well, that was a single buck. I said buck. That was your choice. Okay. Well, you chose just one buck. Say thanks. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you. And another super from Marie. Marie, 199 super chat. And she says, get Max a treat for 199. Isn't that awesome, Max? Yeah? Can you say buck for Marie? Get a buck? Oh, you want a scritchy? Okay, we can do scritchies. We might get a buck later, Marie. Max is acting pretty chill right now. Thank you. That's so awesome. Yeah, Emily, love goes a very long way with the flock. Max knows that he's safe. Now, the last thing Max's previous owner said to me when I picked him up, and he was supposed to be with me temporarily, he was, by the way, Max loves men and hates women. Bye-bye. I'm thinking, uh-oh, this is not going to work well. I know, Max. And if you see Max interacting with his friends Tom or Brian, you'll see that he really, really likes hanging out with the guys. But when Max gets tired, he'll refuse Tom or Brian, and he says, "No, it's about Mom." So he likes men and Mom. If he's had enough sleep and he's in a good mood, he'll go to and interact with women. But if he's tired, yeah, not so much. Not so much. But he definitely has a preference for men. But he made an exception for me. He forgave me the sin of not being male in his eyes. That's, what are you doing if you're not a guy? But he really does prefer men, don't you, Max? But that's okay. I mean, he's living his best life here. Big puff. Not there. Not there. If you gotta go poop, we're gonna... How about we go here? You go here? Go poops. Big poops. Oops. Can you go poop? Go poop. Big poop, Max. Big poop. Up there go the police. You go poop poop, Max. Go poops. You seriously don't have to go? You just lifted your tail for fun? Okay. All right, Max. Oh, what? Let's just rotate that phone a bit. Oh, Max. Leonie asks, is your avian vet close by? Relatively close. We're really fortunate in Calgary. We have some really good avian vets. We have multiple clinics with avian vets, but that is a huge issue for anyone with birds. But I've had friends who've had issues getting in to see the vets because they are booked, right? One of our friends had a bird that was that had an impacted egg, and passed before he could see a vet, or before she could see a vet. You go poop here, Max? Go poops. Go poops. But the one thing about birds is by the time they show you they're unwell, usually they're really, really sick. And birds are very good at hiding things. It's because they spent so many years being someone's favorite hors d'oeuvre. They don't want to show any signs of weakness. So always pay close attention to your bird, but take anything seriously if something happens. Like if your bird's not acting right and your gut's saying that, get them to a vet because you don't know what's going on, and they are probably very good at hiding it from you. Right, Betty? Yeah. I mean, I noticed that with T-Cal. T-Cal is very good hiding the fact. Whoopsies. Remember how I said that the leash gets caught on things? I just got it caught right there. And I stopped immediately when I felt the spring happen. Yep. And I'm inspecting for wasps before I sit down, Max. Yeah, Max. Hi, Zora. Hi, Stephen from South Carolina. Oops. Here, Max, can you sit on my knee again? Good job. I'm just going to try and catch up here on comments. Axel, it's okay if you can't send us a super sticker or a super chat or join membership. I'm going to tell you a way that you can support us without spending a penny. Watch our videos. Like our videos. Comment on our videos. Watch another video. Maybe share a video. Those all help us out. And we appreciate each and every one of you for helping support our channel. If you're watching us and you're not subscribed, please beat that subscribe button. And if you're watching us and you haven't hit like yet, go ahead and hit thumbs up. Let us know that you're enjoying this content. Because I'm going to tell you a little secret. The more likes, the more comments, and the more interaction I get, the more likely I'm going to do more pop-up streams like this. Hi, Doris. So if you're just joining us as well, I want to wish you a really happy Mother's Day. It's still Mother's Day in Canada. It's right now it is about 18:12. So 6:12 in the evening. Sharon got 3 beautiful flower bouquets. That's awesome. Yeah. Do you see somebody out there, Max? You got a buck for them? Buck? Maybe? So Max can see everything that's happening out there, and he's really enjoying watching people. There's more people, Max! It's awesome. Big crest. What's that about, Max? Is that a hawk alert? Did you see a hawk? Yeah. Zora's asking about the cost of vets. It's going to depend on your vet, on their experience, on the market, on a lot of things. Sharon says for her, nail trims are $25 each. That can add up. We do our own nail trims here. Like the entire flock is trained to get their nails trimmed. I just, with Max, I just pick up a toe and trim it. And you need one now, don't you, honey? But we'll do that later on today, maybe after dinner. With Mango, his game is to let me use a little grinder on his toes, and sometimes he'll play hey, Mom, can you grind my toes? It'd be kind of fun to get a pedicure now, just before bedtime. Sometimes his way of being a little kid, saying just one more story, Mom. Yeah. So good to see you today, Doris. Birds sometimes scream. He may have been excited by hearing kids. It may have been a falcon that flew overhead. There's many reasons why he might have just screamed, but he's calm now. He's happy now. Yeah. Energy Art is from Australia. Buck love from Australia, Max. Yeah, Raising Cane says, I wish I could trim them. They won't let me. I've been working with them, but it's too scary for Mom to do it. Absolutely, and it is scary. One thing I do when I trim claws, I'm always worried about trimming up too high. And if you ever trim too high, you're going to lose all the trust in that trust bank account because it's going to hurt. What I do is I put my finger on the end of the claw, and I clip and I nip just beside my finger, and I just take just the shaving off. And it works. When I first started trimming nails, I would trim nails through a cage. The bird was inside the cage, putting the nails through the cage for me to get at. It's actually how Mango likes to get his nails done. He usually asks for a nail trim. He'll walk up to the edge of the cage from inside and just stick out a foot and sort of show me his toes. And it's like, you want a nail trim? And he'll stand there, and he likes doing that. And he prefers that than sitting on my lap. And it's like, I'll do whatever the flock prefers. I'm pretty easygoing. Right, Max? Yeah. Well, we've been streaming for a while. The sun has now almost made it to the big dividing fence. So it was sunny when we started. Can I get another buck, Max? A buck? Buck. A happy buck. Yeah. But I want to thank everybody who joined us today, who hung out on the stream. Super stickers, super chats, all of your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll do some more super chats out on the porch, or some more live streams out on the porch. Hello. Think you made a new fan, Max? Look, what up, Max? Up. Awesome. Yeah. Are you chatting, Max? Hi, Max. Is that fun? Oh my goodness, Max. Are you having fun? Oh yes, you are awesome, Max. You're awesome. So Max is just putting on a little show. So awesome, Max. That's right. It was so chatty, Max. He says you're awesome. Is that good, Max? Happy boy? Bye-bye. Can I get a buck? That was him. Oh, Max. Yeah. Oops. This got caught on there. There you go, Max. Oh, another car backfiring. Well, you did great out here today, Max. As Zura asks, does he have moments where he screams if he doesn't get what he wants? Oh, absolutely. He's a toddler. Yeah. But yeah, he's pretty happy right now. You see dogs. All right, Max. How about one last buck? Awesome. Sparrows. You see the little sparrow over there, buddy? I know. That was your flight space. He didn't file the flight plan with you, did he? You've got to teach the sparrows and robins to file flight plans, right? To let you know when they want to fly in your airspace. He's going to fly again. You going to watch? You going to watch him fly again? Here he goes. Little guy. I don't know if you can see him on the fence over there or not. Yeah. Good job, Max. Good job. Yeah, well, thank you again, everyone, for joining us. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thanks, Rachel. I appreciate each and every one of you. You're awesome. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. All right. Okay, Max, I just have to figure out how to end the stream now. It's a problem on the phone. Sometimes I don't know how to end the stream. Oh, there's the button. Okay. All right, buddy. Go here. There you go, Max.